Have you ever felt overwhelmed by problems, worries, or fear, and wished for a moment when everything could be eased? There is a special time in the early hours of the morning, around 4 a.m., when the world is silent, and the heart feels closest to Allah. At this blessed hour, a sincere dua can transform your life, bringing peace, guidance, and solutions to challenges you face. Let us explore how this powerful practice can change everything. Waking up at 4 a.m. holds a special spiritual value because it trains the soul in discipline, sincerity, and self-control. At this quiet time, distractions are minimal, the mind is clear, and the heart is more focused, allowing a person to stand before Allah with complete humility. This early awakening builds a strong personal connection with worship, helping a believer develop consistency and inner strength. It also separates genuine seekers from those who worship only when it is easy, creating a unique bond of devotion that strengthens Iman and brings long-term spiritual growth. Sincere intention means turning to Allah with a heart that is honest, pure, and free from show. When a person places full trust in Allah, they stop relying only on their own strength and begin to feel supported by divine help in every situation. This level of trust creates emotional stability because fear of outcomes is replaced with calm acceptance of Allah's wisdom. It also deepens the sense of reliance, making hardships feel more manageable and less overwhelming. True trust transforms worry into hope and sadness into quiet strength, allowing the heart to remain steady even when circumstances are uncertain. The specific dua carries a deep spiritual meaning that goes beyond words because it teaches a believer to admit weakness and seek divine support. When this supplication is recited with understanding, it shifts the focus from worldly power to complete dependence on Allah's mercy. Each phrase of the dua encourages humility, reminding the heart that real control belongs only to the Creator. This practice also strengthens mindfulness, as a person becomes more aware of their thoughts, intentions, and hopes while calling upon Allah. Over time, regularly reciting this dua develops a stronger sense of spiritual awareness and a closer, more conscious relationship with Allah. This supplication works as a spiritual anchor during times of anxiety and stress by giving the heart a focused place to release emotional burdens. Instead of holding pain inside, a person learns to pour out their worries in a way that feels safe and healing. The act of repeating meaningful words calms racing thoughts and slows the heartbeat, creating a sense of inner balance. Gradually, this practice helps reduce feelings of loneliness and mental pressure, replacing them with a quiet reassurance that one is not facing struggles alone, even during the most difficult moments of life. The final hours before dawn carry a unique spiritual atmosphere where the barriers between the servant and divine help feel lighter. In this sacred time, the heart becomes more receptive, and distractions of the world fade into silence. This creates a rare opportunity for deeper reflection, sincere repentance, and heartfelt requests. The stillness of the night allows a person to feel a stronger presence of divine care, as if their words are being heard more clearly. This closeness nurtures a feeling of safety and comfort, making the bond between the believer and Allah feel stronger, more personal, and deeply comforting. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ emphasized the value of night worship as a source of spiritual strength and divine guidance. His teachings highlight how rising in the darkness for prayer purifies the heart and strengthens character. He showed through his own practice that true devotion often happens away from people's eyes, in moments of solitude and sincerity. These teachings inspire believers to prioritize their relationship with Allah above worldly comfort. By following this guidance, a person nurtures a deeper sense of responsibility, humility, and awareness, allowing faith to grow quietly but powerfully within the heart. Consistency in making dua teaches a believer to remain committed even when immediate results are not visible. This steady habit strengthens perseverance and builds a mindset of long-term hope rather than instant relief. With time, the heart learns to trust the unseen workings of Allah, understanding that every delay carries hidden wisdom. This continuous turning toward Allah shapes a person's inner character, making them more resilient and spiritually aware. Through regular supplication, a believer slowly experiences positive changes in perspective, feeling guided, protected, and supported, even when life's path seems uncertain or difficult to understand. Patience is not just the act of waiting, but the strength to remain steady without losing hope. When a believer holds firm belief in Allah's plan, the heart becomes more balanced and guarded against frustration. This confidence removes the urge to complain about every hardship and replaces it with quiet endurance. Trusting that every outcome has purpose helps a person accept delays, losses, and challenges with dignity. Over time, this attitude creates emotional maturity, allowing a believer to respond to life's difficulties with calmness and wisdom instead of fear, anger, or despair. Turning to Allah to seek relief from fear, pain, and worries is a way to unburden the heart from the weight of life's challenges. By verbalizing these struggles in dua, a person acknowledges their own limitations while relying entirely on Allah's infinite power. This practice helps shift focus from problems themselves to the one who has control over all outcomes. It also encourages emotional honesty, allowing the believer to confront inner fears instead of suppressing them. Gradually, this act strengthens courage, restores hope, and brings a sense of reassurance that no difficulty is too great when placed in Allah's care. Regularly engaging in this practice of night supplication strengthens faith by creating a rhythm of devotion that the heart comes to rely on. Each act of sincere dua reinforces the believer's awareness of Allah's presence in daily life, not just during times of need. Over time, this habitual connection deepens trust, gratitude, and humility, shaping a mindset rooted in spiritual values. The consistent remembrance nurtures inner peace, making the heart more resilient against stress, temptation, and doubt. Ultimately, this spiritual discipline transforms character, allowing faith to guide decisions, behavior, and emotions, creating a life centered around divine guidance and consciousness. Remember, waking up at 4 a.m. to recite this dua is not just about asking for help, but about building a closer connection with Allah and finding peace in every challenge. May Allah ease all your difficulties, grant you endless blessings, and guide your heart to patience and trust. If you feel inspired, comment, "May Allah make my life easy," below. Don't forget to share this reminder with others and subscribe to Graceful Deen for more uplifting Islamic guidance.